Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another morning yoga class. Today we're going to get right into it like we did with our last morning class. We'll do a quick 30-minute class, hopefully get your energy revved up for the day, and carry you out through the day with some good high energy. So we're going to start right away. I'm going to try not to use any props, but as always, feel free to grab a block or anything that would lift the ground up to your hands for when we do, things where our hands are on the ground. So you can use a large book, a thick pillow, anything like that might kind of lift the ground up a little bit. I'm going to try not to use any props today. We're going to come down onto our backs and start by warming up our glutes. So we're going to lie down on our backs, put our feet on the ground here, knees up. Place the hands down by the hips. First, we'll just lightly curl the tailbone away from the ground. Most of our back is still going to be on the ground here. We're going to just squeeze those glutes. We're going to lift and lower like that. So it's not very big. I'll put my hands there so you can see. We're just going to lower down and then curl back up. Lower down, curl up. So do a few like that. So this is coming from the core. We're kind of tilting the pelvis back, and our lumbar spine, our low back, will press into the mat, and then the low back will lift away. So it's kind of like a little wave-like motion. As we come up at the top, we want to squeeze those glutes and then place them back down. So a little bit of the core is involved, moving through the pelvis and the spine, and the upper back, shoulders, and neck is staying nice and still. And press through those feet. So do a few more like that. Deep breaths into the belly. Good. Then place your hands on top of your thighs here. Curl the tailbone away and just lift into your hands and hold that there. Stay there. Keep pressing the thighs into the palms into the thighs. So you want to have a little feedback there. And still the majority of my spine is on the ground here. Maybe the very middle back is off, and then from there down is off, but everything else is still pressing into the mat. We'll keep the hips lifted, reach our arms to the sky, pull back on our right finger, stick the right thumb out to the side, and get a stretch on your right palm and forearm. Keep that integrity in the glute muscles and lifting through the hips. Imagine you have something between the inner thighs, and we're going to pretend like we're squeezing in on that, try to engage those inner thighs and outer hip muscles. Switch to the left hand, pull back on the left fingers, left thumbs out to the side. Deep breaths into the belly. Good. Prepping our hands for when we're on our hands and knees later, making sure our wrists are open and warmed up. And we'll place our hands down and slowly lower the hips. Bring the left foot a little into the center, right knee in towards your chest. Interlace the hands on top of the right knee and pull the right knee in towards you. You want to feel a deep crease between your belly and your thigh. You could almost kind of pancake them together. You maybe feel a little stretch on the back of the right leg and into the right glute. Keep your knee coming in. Place your hands down by your hips. Spread the toes apart on the left foot. Press through the left foot. Lift the hips up. We'll pulse 5 times like that, lifting and lowering with just the left foot on the ground. So that's about 3, 4, 5. Hold it at the top on the 5th one and try to stretch your right leg to the sky. It's all right if it doesn't go as straight. It can be bent, but just try to reach it up from that heel. And then we'll lower the hips, but keep this right leg high. So the hips are down, right leg's up. Slide the left foot forward. Again, it's okay if your legs aren't completely at a 90 degree angle here like mine. You can have them nice and bent still, that's fine. Hands behind the head. Big inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lift up off our shoulder blades and just try to lift ourselves towards the knee. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Try to come off those shoulder blades and push your belly down. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. And then down. And we'll just take our hands behind the right knee. Again, knee can be bent here. And we're just take a little hamstring stretch. So you can bend and straighten the leg as much as you would like. Or you can just hold it long and try to pulse it with your arms. One more breath into the belly. Good. Right foot down with the knee up. Left knee comes in. Interlace the hands on top of the left knee. Pull the left knee in towards you. That same thing, you want that nice deep crease here between the belly and the left thigh. You might even make some contact with the top of your left thigh into your ribs and belly. That's good. Deep hip flexion, really good to keep the hip joint healthy and happy. Release the hands down, but keep that left knee coming in. Press through the right foot, and we'll lift the hips up and lower 5 times. Press through the right foot, lift, down, lift, and keep breathing. Slow, low breaths. That's 4. On this last one, as we lift, hold it, and reach the left leg to the sky as much as you can. This is working on active flexibility in the hamstrings. And then we'll lower the hips. Right leg slides forward. Again, you can have the knee bent as much as you need to. Hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, elbows are wide. Big inhale, exhale, crunch up, try to come off those shoulder blades. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Last one, inhale, exhale, lift. Down, bring your hands to interlace behind your left leg. You can bend and straighten the leg there, or just hold and take some pulses. Just breathe deeply. Try to let the shoulders, neck, and head, upper back relax. Take one more breath here. Good. And then we'll just release our legs down. Both feet will be on the ground with the knees up. We'll start with just some normal crunches in the center. Press your low back down. As we come up, we're just going to bring one knee in towards us. Down and down. So let's do a few of those. Inhale, exhale, lift, knee in, foot down, head down. Inhale, exhale, up, opposite knee in, foot down, and head down. Inhale, exhale, lift, knee in, foot down, other knee in, foot down, and head down. Inhale, exhale, up, knee in, foot down, knee in, foot down, and lower. One more like that. Inhale, exhale, up, knee in. Really try to pull it in this time and hold. Foot down, knee in, hold, pull it towards you. Foot down and head down. Good. Arms up to the sky, palms face in. Knees will come over the hips like so, and try to push your low back into the ground. We're gonna do a little brain exercise as we do some core with this one. We'll move our opposite arm and opposite leg. One leg will go forward, and then the opposite arm will go back, and then we'll pull it back in. If extending the leg forward is too much, you can just move from the hip and tap your foot down. So we'll go left arm back, right leg forward, or right foot taps down. Inhale, center. Exhale, right arm back, left leg forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm back, right leg forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, left leg long, right arm back. Inhale, center. Two more. Inhale, reach, left leg, or left arm, right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, left leg, right arm, and center, and down. And reach your arms back. Stretch out your belly. Come around onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers apart. Place your wrists roughly under your shoulders. They can be a little forward. Knees are under the hips. First, we'll start with just our normal cat-cows to get some stretch and opening in the back and belly. Let the chest come down, shoulder blades squeeze together, belly spills down, tailbone lifts. Pull the shoulders away from your ears and gaze forward. We're just going to hold this for a moment. Try to take a breath. And we'll exhale. As we move into cat pose, press our upper back towards the sky, chin to chest, pull your belly in. Really press through your finger pads so you feel some active arm muscles. Inhale to cow pose, so chest down, shoulder blades pull together, gaze ahead, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round, pull the belly in, chin to chest. One more. Inhale, chest down, shoulder blades together. Think about a U shape with your spine and try to pull the shoulders away from your ears so you have some space in your neck. Just a gentle gaze forward. Exhale, arch the back, chin to chest, and push through the hands. Let the shoulder blades come apart. Good. Back to the center. We're going to take our hands a little forward of our shoulders here. Press through your fingers and try to lift the heel of your hands up. So my thumb will be kind of loosely touching the ground, but the base, like the knuckles of the fingers and the actual fingers will be touching the ground the whole time. So just lift off the heel of the hand and then down. So kind of a small movement, but we should feel lots of heat build in the forearms on this one. If you want to make it harder, you bring the hands more underneath the shoulders so they're bearing a little bit more weight. So elbows stay straight. We're just lifting and lowering on the wrists there. And this is going to really help prepare your arms and wrists for the rest of your day. Typing, texting, whatever you have to do to use your hands a lot. This will really help keep them strong. Good. And then we'll come off the wrists, give them a little break. Come to your forearms. Elbows will be right underneath the shoulders, and you can kind of interlace your hands, or you can roll out your wrists to give them a little stretch after that. And then once our elbows are under our shoulders, we'll relax our head and gaze back towards our knees. Bring your knees into touch. And we're going to take our right leg, bring it straight back up with a 90-degree angle in our foot, like our ankle and our knee. And we'll just pulse towards the ceiling. So it's kind of like a little donkey kick. We're keep breathing there. pulsing that out, pressing from the heel, trying to feel some engagement in the right glute and hamstrings. Keep pulsing there. Keep your core engaged so you're not sinking in your low back. Good, and lower that one. Bring your left leg back, flex the foot, bend the knee, pulse towards the ceiling. Deep breaths, core is nice and tight. Pressing through the elbows, letting the head relax. Little stretch for the neck, kind of decompresses the cervical spine, which are the vertebrae in our neck. Good, and bring that down. Some nice heat. All right, stand up on your knees here. You can go the long way on your mat if you can still see me. That'll give you the most space for this next little sequence. Take your left leg out to the side. You can turn your toes however you need to get the whole foot on the floor. Keep the glutes engaged. Walk the left hand down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. We'll just hold there for 2 breaths. This is gate pose. We should feel some stability in our hips and maybe a nice stretch on our right side body and left inner thigh. Inhale up to the center. We're going to place our right hand down on the ground, left arm to the sky, and reach the left arm up overhead. If you want some extra, you can try to lift this left leg. We'll hold there. We'll do that one more time. Left foot down. Use your core and lift up. Left hand to the left shin. Right arm up and over. Gate pose. Squeeze the glutes so that your pelvis moves forward. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm reaches over. And you can try to lift that left leg if you'd like. But keeping this down is a really nice stretch. So either one is a great option. This will be more for strength in that outer left hip. If you've lifted it, bring the left foot down, hands up, use the core to come to the center, and we'll switch sides. Right leg long, get the whole foot on the ground. So any way you need to point the toes. Squeeze the leg muscles so that this leg is nice and tight, so when you come over, you're not sinking into your knee joint at all. Squeeze the glutes, walk the right hand down the right leg, left arm up and over. Big breath here, breathing into this left side. Use the core, come up, place the left hand on the ground. You want to be under your shoulder here, so you can always gaze down, make sure your hand is under your shoulder. Reach up and over with the right arm, and you can reach the right leg up if you'd like. Take a deep breath. Keep the core engaged. Outer hip muscles are really working here. Right leg down. Engage the core. Lift up to the center. Right hand to right shin. Left arm over. Gate pose. Squeeze the glutes. Engage the core. Inhale up. Left hand down. Right arm up and over. Right leg can lift or stay down and just get into that stretch. Either one is great. One more deep breath. And bring it down. Lift up and come to the center. We're going to do one just quick, nice little standing sequence before we come to the ground and do a stretch. So stand up, face the top of your mat, stand about 1.5 feet back from the top. Bend in your knees, reach your arms out and up overhead. Press your fingers together and reach your fingers to the sky. Exhale, arms go wide, hips go back. You keep a nice long spine. and come to a forward fold. Nice bend in the knees because we're waking up in the morning. Don't need to press those hamstrings too much. Just keep it nice and gentle and open this back line of the body up nice and gently. On an inhale, we'll come to a halfway lift. So you make like a table with your back and gaze at the ground. Exhale, slide your hands down, plant your hands, so bend your knees as much as you need to. One foot back at a time to just a quick plank. Engage your glutes and core. Knees down, slowly descend to your belly, tops of the feet down. Pull the shoulders onto the back. Inhale, pull your hands back as you lift up, cobra pose. Exhale down, tuck your toes, push up onto your knees. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands forward and press your chest to the ground. Forehead can rest on the mat. Arms are lifted here. Just one deep breath here. Walk your hands back to your knees. Stand up on your knees. Step your right foot forward. Try to align your hips to be right over your back knee, and both knees are in a 90-degree angle. Make sure this back foot is coming straight out from the knee, so it's not pivoted out to the side. Engage the core, reach the arms up, and try to squeeze that left glute a lot until you feel a stretch on the front of your left thigh and hip. From here, we're going to take our left hand to the ground. So this might be where you'd like a block. So left hand to the ground and right arm to the sky. And just hold that. Relax your left ear to your left shoulder and reach up through your right fingers. Take a deep breath. Good. And we'll just do 3 times. Bring your right arm, thread it underneath, so outside and underneath your right knee, and try to tap your left side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it under, reach across, try to tap your left side. Inhale up. Exhale, reach it under, tap. Good. Come back up. Hinge forward. Place your hands in front of your foot. Tuck your back left toes. Lift your knee and step forward. So nice bend in the knees there. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hips back, spine long, plant the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, table position with your back, gaze down, and try to lift up from those hamstrings. Exhale, slide the hands down, spread the fingers, plant the hands about as wide as your shoulders. Step one foot back at a time to a plank. Drop your knees, bend your elbows, come down nice and slow to your belly. Tops of the feet down, shoulders pull back. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, push up on the knees. Hips stay over the knees. Hands go forward and melt the chest down. Press into your palms and try to reach your shoulders, like slide your shoulder blades up towards your ears so you have a nice long spine. This time we're going to walk our hands over to the right and let our spine follow. So we're making like a C shape with our spine. Take a nice stretch on that left side of the body. So you're really reaching through those left fingers. And we'll come back to the center. So just walk your hands to the middle and then over to the left. Right fingers reach really far forward. Try to keep that right hip pulling back. This is a lovely stretch for the right side of the body. Come back to the center, walk your hands back, stand up on your knees here. Step the left foot forward. So you want a 90-degree angle in the left knee, the right knee, and the hips are over that back right knee. Gaze back, make sure your foot is in line with your knee. Squeeze the glutes, especially the right glute, and pull the belly in. Reach the arms up. Keep that right glute engaged so you feel a stretch on the front of this right hip. That's your iliopsoas muscle, a deep hip flexor that can get really tight from sitting a lot. Good. From here, right hand comes down, left arm to the sky. We'll just hold it first, take a nice stretch, relax your right ear to your right shoulder and reach your left fingers to the sky. You might even feel some nerve sensation in that left shoulder. One more breath. Then we'll take this left hand, we'll bring it down underneath and under the left knee and try to tap your right side. Inhale, open up, left arm up. Exhale, bring it down, under, tap that right side. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, thread it under and tap. Good. Bring your hands forward and frame your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your right knee, step forward. Stay in this little forward fold with your knees really bent and try to get your belly onto your thighs. You can relax your head here. For this next one, just bend your knees as much as you need to. We'll take our left hand down, bring our right arm to the sky. If you want some extra, straighten that right leg. That'll get a big stretch on this outer right hip, but you can do this with the knees bent as well. Then we'll switch it out. Right hand down, left arm up, straighten the left knee if you want an extra stretch. Good. And we'll bring it down. Bend the knees. And then we're just going to come to our to seated onto our backs. So you can come down however you'd like. I'm going to bend my knees, take a nice deep squat, and roll down nice and slow. Take your bottoms of your feet together, knees wide. You can either stay here or take your palms and just lightly press out and down on your legs that are your femurs. Deep breaths into your belly. Good. One more. Take your hands to the outsides of your thighs and close your knees together like a book. Keep your knees touching and walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. You can relax your hands on your belly or the front of your pelvis. You can either stay in the center here, or I'm going to start to drop my knees side to side. So I'll let my right knee fall out, my left knee fall in, and I'll reverse that. Back to the center, right knee falls in, left knee falls out and open. So we'll do a few more like that. You can go a little quicker as well if you want. Left knee in, right knee out. Right knee in, left knee out. Left knee in, right knee out. Last one, right knee in, left knee out. Bring your legs back to the center. Feet and knees touch. Keep your hips down, but come up on your toes so your heels are away from the ground. Bring your arms to a cactus or a T shape. And then just let your knees fall side to side, but try to keep your shoulders, both shoulders, on the ground. This will be our last little move here. Just ending with a nice rotation for the lumbar spine, kind of a little massage for the back of the pelvis. Good. We'll come back to the middle. Bring our knees towards our chest and just give it a squeeze. You can always stay longer and take a figure 4 and to stretch out your hips if you want. That's the one with the foot over the knee and the knee out to the side like that. But we're gonna end class today. So we'll just roll up to a seat, turn to face me. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit on your feet however you like. And we'll just take 3 deep breaths to end class. That's always a nice way to just move from class into whatever you have next. So we'll take a big inhale through our nose and a nice exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last one, this time really open the mouth and stretch out the jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you guys so much for joining me for class. I hope this gives you a nice boost of energy and you feel a bit more open than you did when we first started. Have a wonderful day. I miss you all.